My original theme or slogan for my business was supporting executives to be more fully who they are, which is a fully imbalanced human being who has a family and is very successful. One of the things that all businesses, regardless of size, struggles with is work-life balance. I have a rather unusual belief. I don't believe there's such thing as work-life balance. What I believe is you have to find and negotiate with your family as well as yourself and define what kind of life do you really want. If you don't take the time to define that with your family, you have the issues like a lot of executives do, or family-owned businesses, where the relationships with their children is less than sweet, so to speak. One of the things that comes out of this for me that is really important is the tendency to overemphasize how important we are. Now, my approach to executive development and also organizational development is I focus heavily on talent management. If I build the people underneath me into really good employees, I can leave for vacations. I can do various other things. I can go home at 5 o'clock. I'll give you an example. I worked with a CEO of a major bank. Worked all the time. He would slip away for a little bit of a vacation. But he called in every day and he's on his emails every day, and I said, "And how was the vacation?" And he came back just as tired. So I said, as hard as you work and the responsibilities you have to pay, is this your next contract, which is coming up? I want you to negotiate the following. I want a minimum of 6 weeks vacation and agreement that you will take 1 week every 3 months, and then in one of the vacations you will take 3 weeks and you and your family take off, and then during those periods you do not use your cell phone unless somebody calls you because there was an emergency decision of a major magnitude. If you build your team to the competency that you say they are, then you should be able to leave because you should be more strategic, you should be visionary, you should be looking at the larger picture. And as a result, you shouldn't be in the operational details unless there's an emergency. Now, the way I refer to it is a wide-angle zoom lens. You should be always seeing the wide angle, but you can zoom down to a freckle if you need to. Otherwise, you're flying at 30,000 feet, watching the overall organization do what it needs to do. One of the other things that I do about work-life quality is, that's basically how I talk about it, is I ask the executives to make sure that they make eye contact with their children for at least 1 minute every day. And for a whole minute. Not glancing by or continuing to work and do things as they walk by and talk. Literally do that. And I said, yeah, if you really want to enhance things, do the same thing with your wife or your spouse, depending on the situation. And they laugh and say, well, that's crazy. And I said, no, just try it. I said, your spouse or your children will probably first say, what are you looking at? And your answer is, you. I don't take enough time just to see you. And watch what happens at the end of 30 days. Do it every day for 30 days. And one guy came back and said his wife explained to him that one thing changed their marriage. Their children now are interested in having conversations. Or before they just thought he was too busy and he's not listening anyway, so why bother? So it took a while in some cases, but in about 85–90% of the time, what ended up having enhances the relationship, which is why I say there's no such thing as work-life balance. There's work-life quality.